Hello and welcome back to Candy's Crafty Closet. Today we are going to be starting to make the cover for our travel journal that we are going to be using for our upcoming cruise. So I am going to pull out this Frosted Flakes box, and this is what we're going to be using as our cover. I have already broken it open. Let's back you up, or you can see. Now I'm going to take this over to my big chomper and I'm going to chomp off all of these extra bits just where it is easier to work with, and then I'm going to map out where my journal is going to be, how wide it's going to be, and then we're going to put this together. Okay, now we have cut it down and all we're left with this is right here. If you can find a box that matches your project, that the width of what will become the spine is already perfect, that's the way to go. This one's going to be way too big, so we will have to cut that down. But first of all, after removing all of the extras, you're left with pretty much this right here. And I put one of my signatures in there. It's definitely big enough. So our signatures, they are measuring about 9, ooh, sorry, the glare of my ruler, 9 by about 5 3/4. So that is, we're going to go a 1/4 of an inch bigger all the way around. You can do an 1/8 of an inch this way because you don't need a whole 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to do a 1/4 of an inch just because I want it to be a little deeper. So a 1/4 of an inch extra than that. So we are looking for 9 1/4 and 6, right? Yes, 9 1/4 and 6. So I'm going to go cut this down to that size, and then I'm also, how I determine my signatures is I stand them all up in my journal. I kind of let them splay. I don't know how I'm going to show y'all this. I kind of let them splay like that, and get some gapping between them. Like, okay, about right there, as deep as like, oh, I'm not even in frame. So as deep as like my paper bows out to, and I roughly measure that. This one is going to be about 1 inch. Alright, we are back with our cut down pieces of our cereal box. So we're left with 2 identical pieces like this, but since we had to separate the spine, hold on, I'm going to close my door behind me. My kids are being rowdy. If you didn't know, I have 4 little ones and they can be quite noisy when they are enjoying their lives like children should. So here we are. We can see that our signature fits in there nicely. So we're going to turn this over like this, and we're going to join our pieces. So you see how I left each one of these 1 inch, and I actually did one just a tiny bit shorter than the other one where it would be able to close up over it. So if you see here, oh, can you see that? See there, it lines up perfectly when I pull this up. If I switch it this way, you'll see that it's just a little bit shy. So I intentionally did one just a smidge shorter where it would fit like that. And so this is the first time you can kind of get a look of what your book might look like. So my pages all tucked in there. You can't see any of them. That is the goal, right? It's a cover to cover the pages. Okay, so we're not going to need these signatures for a while, so I'm going to set them to the side. And we are going to work with this here first. Let's get my pretty pages out from under here where we don't end up gluing something we don't want to. And also, let me quickly go through. This is going to be our front of our journal. This is going to be the inside covers, and that will be the back. And I think the spine is probably going to be these worlds right here. Okay, so first off, let's make sure we've got it in the right order. We do not. It needs to go like that there. Okay, so the glue I like to use on my cardboard is fabric tack. This stuff stinks. I'm in a little bitty closet. It might be a hazard to use this in my closet, but we live dangerously, I guess. And I instantly get it all over my fingers, but that's okay. So we're going to get out my very handy dandy tool. This is from another cereal box that I cut up, so save some of your scraps to help you with this step right here. And so first off, we are going to join these together. Okay, and then this glue, it's pretty thick, so I like to smooth it because it can leave like a crease, I guess, or like a wrinkle if there's too much of this glue in one spot. So I bring up the back side of it and then scooch that in. See? And you've got to move fast because once it lays, it is on there. And as you can see in the back, I went over a little. And we're on there. We're already stuck on there. So we're just going to trim that off. It's going to be covered up with paper anyways. Did we go completely wonky by doing that? Meh. It's a little bit off, but this is a personal journal for me, so it's fine. You could redo it if you wanted to. I'm not gonna. So we're just gonna cut that off there. So even with our extra measuring, we didn't do it right. It's fine. All right. So there's your spine in the back and our center. Okay, next, I like to get my journal already with the decorative paper down and then put in my signatures and then put on the spine closure where you cannot see my strings. So that's what I'm going to work on now. So I'm going to pull out the paper that I'm going to use for the spine, and that's what we're going to do first. So let's measure our spine once again. Sorry about my ruler. I'm gonna have to get a different ruler if I'm gonna do these videos with y'all. Here, we have a wooden one. Let's use our wooden ruler. Ooh, that just looks weird. I never use this one. Okay, so 9 1/4 by 1, but I go over just a tiny bit on either side, so I'm probably going to go over by 1/2 inch on either side. So we are going to do it at 9 2 inches. Now this is also going to be what we use to cover the outside. On the outside, I like to overlap just a little bit where we cover the seam of the page that's on the front. So we are going to do one, I want a little bit more overhang than that, so we're going to do the next one at 2.5 inches. This is already cut down to 9. Now we're going to do 2.5 inches. Okay, the next thing I cut is going to be the page that will go on the front and the back. So for my front, I want this travel log to be the front of my book. So first I'm going to cut off the branding strip and save that. And I want the travel log to be like in the center of my book. So I want the travel log to be about center about right there. So we're going to cut this. We're going to go right on the opposite side of that line. Definitely going to save this and reuse it. That might actually be fun for the spine. It's as wide as we need it to be. But then it would be that paper on that paper. Okay, we'll save that for something else. Let's not get lost. Okay. So then this one needs to be... So this one needs to be a little less than 6. And a little less than 6 because I don't take it all the way to the edge. I'll show you. Oh no! We were gonna fold. Okay, so we need to score this at 6. Or a little less than 6. It's gonna work out almost perfect for it to be on that line. No, because my line is here, not here. It's gonna be deep. Because remember, I wanted to preserve this. We can do it. We can do it. So, a little less than 6. We're going to score this. Here's my score. Let's use this one. Okay. Score that there. Oh, we should have cut off our bottom. Oh well. And we're going to cut this one down to, let's go 9.5. Yeah, we can always trim off, right? We can always trim off. So what's hard about making videos as I'm doing this process is because I don't even really know what I'm doing yet. So how am I going to tell you what I'm doing if I don't know what I'm doing? And we're going to leave a little bit of overhang. That's not enough, really. And we're going to fold that up. We should have left a little bit more, but I didn't want to lose this up here. It's fine. We're going to make it work. Like I said, this is one for myself. Call this a what? Rough draft journal learning episode. I don't know. But our little pocket is going to work for that there. And the next we're going to cut out is our back panel. So since 9.5 was not enough, we are going to do 9 3/4. 9.5. 9 3/4. We're going to do it right there. Now this is just the way I do it. If this doesn't work for you, don't do it this way. By all means, find what works for you, because if it doesn't work for you, why are you doing it? I can't force something to work in your space. You've got to figure that out on your own. Okay, so these are the inside panels. So these need to be just slightly smaller than this inside panel, because the way that I do my inside, I don't know what you call this, the inside of the spine. See how it overhangs just a little bit, and it's to cover up these edges of the papers, and I just like the way that the colors look coming onto like whatever sheet you have here. So with that in mind, we are going to need one that is about 5 3/4 by 9 1/4. 5 3/4 by 9 3/4. 5 1/4 by 9 3/4. Okay, before we cut our second one, I was just going to make sure that it's the right size, and we made it too long. So we're going to have to take off that much. First, let me do 5 3/4 with this one, or we can just cut them both at the same time. did I measure wrong on this one? I thought we were doing 9 1/4. Like 9 3/4. So 9 1/4. Oh. Get your pages straight now. Pages are just a little off. It's fine. Okay, so now let's look at it. This one, don't want any overhang. A little bit short is fine. So now it's starting to come together. So that will be the inside. Oh. And then the outside. Okay. And you'll see how this is going to come around and make a pocket here. So let's lay all of our pieces to the side, except for this one. This is the very, oh no. These are the 2 very first sheets that I stick on because I want this overlapping like that. Why isn't this one long enough? We didn't do it long enough. And we don't have any more of that paper. Wait, here's a full one. We can salvage this. We can salvage this. I can show you how we're going to make it okay that that isn't long enough. Okay? It'll be fine in the end. Right. Like I said, this one is for my own personal use. If I was doing this as a gift for somebody, I would be in perfection mode, but it's okay. So you could probably stick this down with your art glitter glue, but I just prefer to use fabric tack on all of this part. I just want to make sure it's just really secure. And just do a good squidget all over of your glue. We're getting down to the bottom, so it's getting harder and harder to squish out. Where is my special tool? Where are you, tool? We're running out of time. We're gonna have to just get a new one. This is from the box that I did today. We're gonna knock down any hills that glue created and quickly get her on there. You can see you can move it for a few seconds once you get it on there, but that is it. Okay, and that's this side. Close up our paper cutter. I have some more of this coming, but it's like a 2-week wait for some reason. Oh gosh, did we go off? Oh, okay. I thought we got it on our pretty paper. Knock down your hills. Spread that jelly. If you don't do this, it like leaves a wrinkle in your paper. We don't want wrinkly paper. Oh, we thought we were going straight. There. Okay. Now we're going to do this strip here. You want it about the same distance overhang on each side. And since it wasn't, since we didn't leave it long enough, we're going to leave the same gap on both sides as well. Can y'all see that at top and bottom? So since this needs to go a little bit further, I'm going to put this straight onto the paper itself. See what we almost did there? We almost just drug that glue right onto that paper. Gosh. Okay, I'll smooth down. Same amount of overhang on either side. You could measure this if you wanted to. I like to live dangerously. Scooch you up a little. Okay. There we are. Oh, I forgot to crease it. Okay. So usually before I glue it down, I score the page, but I forgot. So we're just going to do it like this. But see how it's like now it's going to come up. So we're going to have to come back in here and add a little bit more glue. That's fine. Oh, come on. I'm fold it all the way this way and push. Should be okay. Open your book back up before it dries all the way. Make sure that it's really getting into that crease here. Okay, see, now we're not pulling away anymore. We are molding to our project. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's do the front, and we're going to be able to do everything except for our spine. So let's go on to the front. So for the front, naturally we're going to start on the back of the page, because we need a little bit of overhang because I want to hide this edge. Okay, does that make sense? I want to hide that edge, so I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. I should have left it longer. I didn't. It might be difficult. We're going to fight with it and just see. But usually you want like 1/4 of an inch of overhang to do this. So first off, we're going to glue this page here. Let's make sure our page is up the right way. Beat our glue back down. Okay, get all that knocked down. We're still nice and tacky. So we're going to oh my god, the fumes of that is horrible. Okay, we're going to line it up right here with a little bit of overhang on either side. Yep, yep, yep. Now I'm holding it up against that crease, and then we are going to just lay our page down. Get that out of the way where we're not sticking to anything we don't want to, and smooth. Turn it over and smooth. Okay. Yeah, we did not leave ourselves enough. Oh, poo. It's going to be fun trying to get that to stay. Okay, so we're gonna have to notch this, because usually you would just like cut off a triangle here at your corner, but we're gonna have to notch it since we are wanting to preserve this. I didn't mean to notch it that much. And we're also gonna have to take a smidge off. I'm gonna take about that much off. So when we fold it over, you know, this won't be interfering. Right? That's the idea. Okay, we're going to run, since I already have a bead of glue, that's just like right there, and this doesn't need very much. Just gonna get it up on my trusty handy dandy tool you can't find anywhere but your own trash can. We're gonna smear it in that crack, and then we're going to use our bone folder that we already have glue on. Let's find the one that already has glue, this one here, and we're going to try our best to smooth an edge. Let's not be so rough with it. See, if I had more of an overhang, you'll see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to cover up that edge of the cardboard. If I had a little bit more, it would come up further on it. You get the idea. That's what we're going for. Oh, now we don't have enough on there. Okay, again, we're gonna have to notch it. And trim it. Trim it a little bit more, trying to preserve as much of this little picture as I can. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. We will have a new bottle soon. It's in the mail. Not that that one is empty. It's just gonna make me work for it. Okay, so that one, you see, it had a little bit more to overhang, covered up a little bit better. We'll do another journal one day and we'll get it right the next time. Okay. Okay. So I'm happy enough with that. And since we can already go ahead and do this, wait, I'm gonna leave it, because like we could go ahead and glue this pocket down, or we could leave it where it's a flap and then there's something here. We'll most likely make it a pocket. Let's give ourselves options. Okay, we are down to our very last piece, and that is this one here. Then again, we are going to start by going to the back. Make sure there's a little bit of overhang. We have already done our journal upside down, so let's make sure it's facing the right way. Our numbers are facing the right way. They're going to go like this. Numbers right way, letters right way. We've got it. Okay. Ask me how I know to double, triple check. You would never think why. It's not that I've made mistakes. And I want to leave about that much of a gap on this page as well. Sure. Let's beat our glue out. Little overhang on both with a little bit of a gap. Enough to overhang there. Come on, can we just look? Hi there. Does that look even? Even enough. Even enough. Oh, we didn't knock down our mountains with that one. Let's see if it makes any ripples. We're okay right now. Sometimes when it dries, then you can see the wrinkles. Hopefully we're okay. All right. Now we're going to do the inside. So we're going to start by folding this up. All the way around. This is how it would look normally. This still needs a little bit more of an overhang, but this will work. Alright. And then, see this space here that I made in the corner? Just take your scissors and go boop, boop. And then when you put your edges together, and there's a space. Oh no. Let's get that all pushed down. Or do we need a little stick of glue there? A little spot of glue. Probably this lady's the most unsafe with her glue. Oh well. It gets done. I wonder if English people sometimes like impersonate Americans just for fun, because we do it to them. If I had a different accent than, you know, like my country one that I have, I would love like a really deep, like Dublin, or like a Dublin accent, or maybe even Yorkshire. I like Yorkshire too. And Australia. I really like the Australia too, mate. Can't do Australia very well. Maybe Scottish. See, all of them sound so much more fun than English. And we're just bleh. I mean, they didn't even have like a fancy word for, I guess, Americanized English. I guess. We're gonna need some more glue. Another spot of glue. Will that do you, Harry? Alright, now we definitely got some extra glue on our page, and this doesn't, this kind of keeps its shine. But I'm not going perfection. If I was going perfection, I would have recut these pages, honestly. But when it's just for little old me, I find the beauty in not perfection. Or misperfection, I guess it's called. There is our very last edge. See why I get this particular bone folder? Because it is already all goopy. This is my first one that I got, and I quickly gummed it up. And then my mother-in-law, I think it was my mother-in-law, yeah, she got me this for Christmas, and I want to say it had some other tools on it too. It came with this too, and something else. Yeah, more than one bone folder is nice. It's bones. I've got a bone to pick with you. Got a bone to pick with you about this paper? You think this is suitable for anyone else? No, you ninny. Okay. Alright, that's rough, but... oh, I wasn't even in frame. Alright, that is really rough, but it is on there. Okay, so that is the start of our journal. That will be the front. We're going to have... oh, where is it at? Well, I can't find it at this moment, but we're going to have this paper as our spine. Like that there. It's washing me out. Oh, it's because I have it on the... like, it looks so white. It's because we're on the white side. Okay, so that will be our spine, inside, and our back. So come back next time and I will show y'all how to put these signatures actually into the book, and we can see what other things we mess up on the next phase of this, I guess. But until then, go out there and find something that brings you joy. Bye.